Welcome back to Bible Basics. Today we're going to do a bit of an update video. We started Deputation about 3 weeks ago. A lot of people asking a lot of questions. I've been on the phone a lot. I've been texting people a lot, and it's really good to do a video like this once a month or so, just kind of give you an update on our life with my family and I. So if you're interested in that, stick around. If not, keep going. That's fine. So we stepped down from pastoring last Sunday in August. I keep praying for our church. They're looking for their next pastor. They have someone coming in that seems to have some good potential. So we're praying for that situation. I definitely would appreciate that. So that first week, we went to 3 different churches in Texas. And God, I will say this before we even get into anything, every single church that we've been able to go to that God has put on our schedule has been amazing. We have thoroughly enjoyed these churches. Really good singing, very good preaching, just the hospitality they've shown us, the conversations, the fellowship. Of course, y'all know me. I like to talk, and I have some very good conversations at these churches, and really been able to encourage some pastors. Pastors have been able to encourage me. It has been an absolute blessing. I'll tell you, we've talked to a lot of missionaries over the years, and deputation can be somewhat dreadful. You never know what you're walking into. You never know what kind of situation you're getting into. You don't know what kind of church you're walking into. So far, every single church has just been amazing, and there's been several of them that just totally surprised us how good they were. So I will say that. So those 3 churches there in Texas, one in Palestine, one in Burleson, and one there in Tyler on the way out. There that Sunday night, and all 3 of those, again, God bless. Those are amazing churches, so much potential. We're praying for that church there in Tyler as well. They are searching for a pastor there too. So we actually, that first Sunday night after we left, or about a week after we stepped down, there was a church there in Shreveport, Louisiana. They're on the east side, allowed us to stay in a missions house they have there. I mean, what a great accommodation they had. They had 2 houses. Both of them were 2-story, and they had a full-size house, pretty much top and bottom for both, and they let us use the whole top half for ourselves, had its own entrance and garage and everything. I mean, just spoiled right out the gate. We really enjoyed that. So that was about a weekend. Then we started driving to Florida because our first conference was there in Georgia that Wednesday. And we stopped in Florida. We have a pastor friend of ours there in Fort Walton Beach, and he has a place he allowed us to stay for a couple of days. So we're very appreciative of that. Thank you for that, Pastor Greg Hill. And so while we were there, we decided before we went to Georgia, we wanted to stop by the beach because our girls have never really seen the beach. We've been to Galveston, which is pretty much a muddy wave pool, if you will. A lot of just brown water and really dark sand, and so taking them to an actual beach in a very secluded area, real fluffy snow, if you will, the blue waters, and they really enjoyed their time there. And again, we really appreciate the church there for letting us stay in their apartment. And then we went up to Georgia there for 5 days, and again, man, we walked in. They got us an Airbnb in the downtown area there in Valdosta, Georgia, Bemis Road Baptist Church. Pastor Justin Atchison. I went down there. They put us in this Airbnb. This thing was beautiful. As soon as we walked in, we knew it was going to be a great week. I mean, just very, very newly remodeled. The downtown area had a lot of the exposed brick in some places and great decor everywhere. And I think it was like a California king-size bed, massive bed, and just everything about it was far more than we expected, especially far more than we deserved. We went to that church there for, 5 days, I believe. It was Wednesday through Sunday, so you had to be 5 nights. And, of course, Sunday, all day Sunday. Had a really great time with that. Met a very good missionary family, the Limas. Got fairly close to them. They're actually staying here in the same place we are now, here in South Carolina. I'm going to see them again here in a few days. But God was good to us there. Met a couple other missionary families. Met some from Macedonia. Actually, 2 couples from Macedonia. They were definitely good to get to know them as well. Then I met a couple also going there up to Canada, Toronto area, if I remember correctly. And again, everyone we met was just amazing. We haven't really met a dud yet. It's been very good. Now we hit our first speed bump is right around that time. Is what we did is we got into town and the engine started making a really loud rocking noise. That's always a good time. So eventually, after taking to several mechanic shops, we realized it's just toast. The engine's not going to make it. But it really was kind of a blessing in disguise because we got to go to a Ford dealership there in town. They were running a special where they give you $2,000 more than a trade-in. Our car was essentially scrap, so they gave us $2,000 for scrap. We'll take that all day. And we actually got a little bit bigger vehicle. It has more space, more room up front, all all that sort of stuff. The girls don't have stuff piled on top of them anymore. It was just a blessing all across the board. So for a small monthly payment, we have a reliable vehicle now with about 36,000 miles and allow us to hit the road. So after that missions conference, again, great missions conference, fantastic church there in Valdosta at Bemis Road Baptist Church. If you're in the area, go by and see them. And then really flew up there. We flew all the way up here to Greenville. It took a while because we were trying to buy the car and close on our house that first day. We finally made it up here about 20 minutes before church service started. And I'll tell you, we were thoroughly impressed at this church. We got here right before service started. We weren't even on their schedule. They weren't on our schedule. We just showed up. We heard they were having a missions revival. We showed up. Pastor Chisholm allowed us to present. They took us on for support as it was. And I mean, just, it's been a blessing. And this church, the singing was amazing. The people were amazing. And we were just showing up to be encouraged. And yet they were the ones that encouraged us. And it was a massive blessing. Again, we thank you so much for it. Bethany Baptist Church, I believe the name was there, over in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And then on Wednesday night, we went up to North Carolina, went to a church up there. Very beautiful property. I will say beautiful scenery all around here, just across the board. The hills, the trees, we're really thoroughly enjoying that. It's been a huge blessing for sure. Came all the way back. Really enjoyed that church. And then on Sunday, we went to two different churches here, kind of in the Greenville area. We went a little bit northeast at the Cowpens area, Cowpens, South Carolina. Pastor Travis Blackwell up there. Great church, good singing, great people. They fed us afterwards. What a blessing, a good love offering, as all these churches have done. And then we came back, rested for a couple hours, went to another church that night. There in Pickens, South Carolina, Pastor Danny Posey. He also allowed me to preach chapel earlier that week for their school that Wednesday morning. And that church loved on us as well. I'm telling you, every single church has just been amazing, and there really is no way around it. God has thoroughly blessed us with these churches. Many of them have taken us on for support. A few of them are going to call us in a few days to let us know if they're able to support us or not. And we're just excited. We really are excited. So far, we appreciate all the prayers. Again, I'm going to do an update video like this every month or so. Got the new vehicle. We went hiking yesterday, went up a mountain. 4.5-hour hike up and down this mountain. We were wore out, but the girls had a good time. They were actually hiking, tennis shoes, church dresses, and a big old bow. Every time we passed them by, they looked at us like we were crazy, but we were having a good time. Amen. Again, just a quick update video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I appreciate everybody for praying for us. Keep praying for us. We need your support both financially and in prayer. I pray for God to do big things as we continue to go on. Hope you have a good day, and God bless.